Sing ciao, everybody. Welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve, and I've got a good one for you today. Just coming back from a 5 kilometre walk, actually, so it's probably about 3 kilometres to get home. So it's going to be a big one today. But a couple of things on my mind, and I thought I'd get them off my mind and onto your minds, and then you could probably give me some extra examples. So, oh look, it's about 9 a.m. now, so it's getting quite hot. The face is frying, but gee, I'm walking past a nice scene here, so I thought I'd slip a vart into you, put a smile on your face, and let you get on your way. Not going to be a long one today. It's going to be short and sharp, but it's going to elicit some information from you that I actually need, because you're all around the world and you've got different ideas than I have, and it's perhaps going to help me with what I'm doing. So look, if you're a long-term subscriber or even a medium-term follower, you'll know I've got a couple of books underway, but I've hit the wall. Didn't get them done when I wanted to get them done. But of course, the beauty of retired life here in Vietnam is that there is no time frame. The clock's ticking, but all that means is the clock's ticking. So look, what I want to talk to you about today is, I call them idioms. I don't know if they're all idioms. There may be just other dumb stuff I see. But you know, the clock's ticking. What does that mean? Now, when you're dealing with people from another culture or another language, they don't know some of these slang terms. So we talk about time is going by, meaning the clock is ticking, or the clock is ticking means time is passing. We better hurry up and do what we want to do. Another one that's used a bit, and people don't know what it means, is if we say, my account's in the red. What does that actually mean? And so you've got to sort of explain that in words of one syllable or less. So what I want from you today, this is a feedback workshop today, rather than just a vart from Steve, is what are the idioms that you use in everyday life? And how would you explain them to somebody that doesn't come from your culture, your prejudices, your background, or your language? And sometimes it's very difficult. Look, one that I'd love to use here is when I'm full, because they try to put a lot of food into you in Vietnam. And no means I'm full. I'm full here in Vietnam. But of course, if I wasn't in Vietnam, I'd be telling people I'm full as a goog. Now, what does full as a goog mean? And do you use that where you come from? A goog in Australia is a childish way of saying an egg. A child might say a googie egg. So if you're as full as a goog, you're as full as a googie egg, means you're as full as an egg, means you're very full. Hard one to explain to Vietnamese friends before they glaze over and lose interest. So idioms are an interesting thing to be thinking about. Now stick with me, I've got half a dozen more of these, but I really want you to put in the comments, what are the idioms you use, and how do they go down? So do that now, and I'll just give my arm a rest. So the other one I use quite a bit is, you know, we're parked pretty close to the curb, or these little flowers on this tree here are pretty nice. But of course, I mean very. They're very nice, and he's very close to the curb. So people ask me, Steve, in English, does pretty mean very? And then I'm in a world of hurt trying to explain that, because of course pretty doesn't mean very, but I use it quite a bit. You know, we're pretty much on time. She's going pretty fast. But of course, pretty doesn't mean very. So why do I use the word pretty instead of very? Now, of course, for those school teachers amongst us, and geez, I've got a disproportionate number of school teachers on this channel that like to correct things. Perhaps you could tell me if pretty nice, pretty close, pretty fast, pretty safe is actually an idiom, or it's just some other mispronounced English arrangement that Vietnam Steve goes through. So school teachers, get to it. Tell me where I've made a mistake, and tell me actually what something like pretty close, pretty good, pretty far and pretty safe is actually in the English language. Good news, I've got myself in the shade here. Special thank you to all the subscribers. Please subscribe to the channel if you get half a chance. Thanks for liking the varts as they come out. Please, if you like a vart, like it. If you don't like it, smash that like button 3 times. Share the video with your friends and comment. I respond to every comment, and if I get a few more comments from the school teachers about what's going wrong and what could be better, I will be able to get a funding grant from the Education Department. Another idiom or odd saying is that when someone says something and I've got to sort of get back to them, I'll say, I'll tic-tac with you on that. Now, I don't even know what tic-tac means, but it means I'll go and find the result and get back to you on that. So I'll tic-tac with you on that. Well, let's tic-tac on what time we're going to meet up tomorrow. It means let's go back and forward till we find a suitable time, and then we can meet up. So I've got about 50 of these that are going into the book, but of course, turning 50 good ideas into something cogent that people will want to read, and also not something they can just jump on an AI generator and get for themselves, is a challenge. I'm kind of wondering if sort of books like that are even useful to people now, because you could just go onto ChatGPT and say, give me 50 idioms and what they mean. Book done. So let's see. Got a roundabout problem here, so I'm just pausing till Fangio gets out of the way. All right, I'm on a crosswalk. Means nothing. Hit the record button a little too soon on that one. The last one here is, I'm feeling under the weather. This is usually used when you've had a big night out, drinking the 80-cent beers, or you might have had some of that homemade rice wine. You're not feeling the best. We say we're feeling a bit under the weather. What does that mean? Is it an idiom? How do you explain that to somebody that comes from a different background to you? So I'll leave that with you today. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty, and I will see you in the next one. Got a bit of a surprise outro here, because we've got a new shop happening where I live here in Harlong. We used to have a shop called Pink Boy Bad Girl down the bottom, and now of course I'm opening up a cafe for the boys to come and sit and have a chat. And I don't know if you can read what it says over there, but I think it says this cafe is going to be called Gay Chat. So look forward to seeing you at the Gay Chat sometime in the future. See you in the next one.